Hello, welcome to Country Stitchers. I'm Liz.
Hi, I'm Deb.
It is late January.
I kidnapped her again.
And I'm here for the day. I am going nowhere.
She brought a bag and everything.
I did. And we were just chatting about Christmas has come and gone. Mm-hmm. We're kind of in that post-Christmas deep breath phase. Yes. And it's the perfect time to give yourself a gift. To do something nice for yourself. And with, I brought this along just as a little visual for Valentine's Day. But it is nice. And I just got some things from Ana Luisa for myself. Mm-hmm.
And I did too.
You shopped too. Mm-hmm. So we want to share that with you. And they're having a sale right now. You can get up to 40% off. Buy one, get one 40% off at their site. And we'll have a link to that in our description box. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You want to show yours?
Oh, yes, I'd love to. In fact, I'm going to take it off and hold it closer because they're so pretty. So I got these earrings and they look really pretty with my other ones that I have on. And this, wait, hold on. These are named Reverso. And they have the diamond-like look, the gemstones on the front. And they're a really cool size. And I love how they go together. There's no back that you have to worry about that hurts your ear, like when you lay on it or anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so nice.
And you know what I like about that? These do that too. When you have it in and you've closed it, you know it's closed because it snaps.
Yeah,
and
but they're comfortable. Mm-hmm. They're comfy. Yep. I like it.
Yep.
And then, and I got a new bracelet. So I have 3 of the Ana Luisa bracelets on, but I've shown you the first 2. And then I'll separate it for you. This one in the back, that is my new one. And that one is called Carly. Spelled different than your granddaughter.
Yes.
But called Carly. But I love them. They're so pretty. So, yes, treat yourself to something beautiful.
Yes. And I was going for a look today of something that would be nice and visible with my sort of Valentine shirt. So I chose this necklace. It's called Carrie Reversible, C-A-R-I. I thought that was funny that we both had almost one letter different.
Yeah.
And this is the front I'm wearing today. It's the black with the little gem in it. And the back, see if I can do this, is gold. Can you get that turned around for me? Without my glasses, I can't see far enough away.
It's gold and it has like a little sunray or something.
Yeah, like a little
really
starburst embossed in it. And it's really pretty. So you can have 2 completely different looks. Yeah. And the reason I chose this for myself is because I like the ring. I got this quite some time ago. And excuse the decorated finger. That's Cindy Lou Who at Christmas time. My fingers are terribly dry right now.
I know.
And then that's another bracelet that I got myself as well back a little while ago. So,
pretty. But she has on black pants, so that necklace looks really, really pretty.
Yeah, you might wonder why the black. It is because it matches the lower half of the ensemble. And then I'm wearing the earrings that I got called She Said Yes. And they also attach the same way that Deb was showing you her Reverso earrings do. And then they just have one stone on the front of the hoop that goes around.
Yeah, those are some of my kind of favorites.
I know. Yeah. And what was funny was when I first got these, it was right before her wedding. And I thought it was so cute. And it was right after we found out Kevin had gotten engaged. Yeah. So it was like a home run on all fronts.
Yes.
So we want to encourage you to treat yourself to something nice. Yes. Go out, check out Ana Luisa's website.
Definitely.
And take advantage of that sale. We've shared with you the beautiful packaging, their social responsibility with their carbon neutral footprint, and
their customer service. They're just a fantastic company.
Yes, and we're so happy to be ambassadors for them.
Yes.
Now, just a segue here. We're going to Nashville. We mentioned that to you.
Yay.
Well, one of the things we have to do, Pat was telling us, is because it's cash and carry from the new designers, is we're the empty bags. I've never been referred to as being an empty bag before, but that's what we are. So we're taking along an empty bag to bring back stuff, so we'll have to pack light and get as much in our other bag as possible. And when we go away, I try to do something special for Deb before we go, when we're there. So I shop before we go. So I thought this time I should be thinking that way. So I'm giving you your retreat surprise in advance of the retreat because I want you to be able to pack appropriately. Okay? All right? So this is not just a prop.
Oh!
This is
Aw.
Valentine's retreat gift for you.
Well, thank you. Should
You're
I put it
welcome.
now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Because
Oh my
this is
gosh.
really great.
It is?
It is. I have to say, I got myself one too. Yeah, I did.
Aw. I love surprises. Ooh.
Have you seen any of these?
No?
This company is called Kohana. It's a
Ooh.
Japanese company. Now, they use the little canary scissors in their products when you buy these little miniature
Ooh.
sets. But they also make silk tassels that hang off of all their little canary scissors. And this is a gift set. So it actually has
Oh my gosh.
more than one little item in
Look
the
at I
basket.
just want to show the box. Look how cute.
Wait until you see the
Oh my
workmanship on
gosh.
this.
Oh my gosh.
It's so much fun.
I'm so
I
excited.
think you can slide the box out, can't you?
Yes,
There you go.
Okay. Oh my word, look how stinking cute that is.
And it's got a pin cushion too.
Oh my god.
So are we going to pack light or what?
Look how cute. Aw, there's a little pink
So that's our
cushion.
travel pin cushions.
Aw. Oh my gosh.
There are multiple color choices,
That's so cute. Look at the little scissors
but this
in
is
there.
so much our color palette, so I got us the gold
Oh my
ones.
gosh, yes. Look at that. Perfect for the plane. Snip, snip.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue those.
Oh my word, that is adorable. And, the, little basket.
Yeah, it's got its own little pouch to
That
put
is
it in.
stinking cute.
Isn't that awesome?
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
love it. Aw, that's so cute.
So when we get there, you can put it next to your bed and we can
Aw.
stitch and enjoy our time
Okie
away.
dokie. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
You bet that's not going to add any weight to your travel.
No, it's not. Oh, that's so cute.
We can even put it in our purse and stitch on the plane for an hour
Yeah.
while we get our one beverage served. We're not going to get much done on the plane anyway, but
Oh, that's cute.
I'm so glad we had a
Oh my
reason to be
gosh.
doing a video today because I could not wait to give that to you.
That's so cute. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Aw.
So, for those of you watching, and you may have seen some of this, it's trending online. You'll find it
Cute.
on
There's the name
places.
on the tag.
So it's Kohana, and I'll put their website in our description box in case you want to check out some of their
Oh,
stuff.
that's so cute. Cool. Yes, I'm excited.
So let's see where we are. Oh, I wanted to say hi to everybody. We haven't said hi to everybody. My
Yes.
cousins watch from time to time, so
Oh,
hello.
hello.
And-
Wait, in where?
In North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
my other cousins, Mark and his fiance are in, I think, the Washington area
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and then we also have Sandy, Leela, Will, and Kay, and they're spread around all the way from Alaska down south, and but just everybody that we've
yes.
not been able to touch
And
base
thanks
with.
for all the comments, and thank you for all of the emails too. Oh my goodness, such lovely emails
And
that we've been getting.
Yes,
Sweet.
very nice. And your head ought to be getting pretty big, right?
Why?
Because after the last video, I could not believe how many people were saying that they loved my hair
Oh,
and were taking pictures to their beauticians. And I thought, well, that would be her because I don't cut my own hair. And everybody loved your G. Leger finish.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
I
Get that
actually
framed.
told Susan and Rita were into the shop yesterday, and she wanted that kind of look on a piece she was doing. And I told her about your technique. And she mentioned something on FlossTube and that she was doing with hands-on design. And I said, well, we have a channel. And I told her, she said, I think I've seen it. And I said, well, then check out the way Deb does her tea staining. I said, it's really cool.
Aw.
So that was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun. We actually have been trying something new out between us, and we're going to look at some stitching we're doing. But
Mhm.
these little guys, Pat has started carrying at Stitches Unlimited. So when I saw the new needles, I thought I have to try them. They're a company called EdMar. And Deb and I first met or had any knowledge of this company was when we were at Nordic Needle. We went to a retreat there. And the reason it it all ties together is yesterday at the shop, some ladies were looking for hard hanger, and you don't have a lot of that. Well, in the last 4 weeks, I bet 3 people have come in looking for hard hanger.
Good.
And it was at the retreat where we learned hard hanger, and we also stitched our first experience with Brazilian embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
And it is EdMar that manufactured the threads we were using. So when I saw these needles, I got some size 28 and 26 for Deb and I to share and see what we thought. So we'll be talking.
Should we give our review? Or
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I absolutely love them. And you know how hard I am on needles. Like, awful. I was using the 28 for my sampler piece.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. They have a gold eye. Easy
and there's no burrs on those eyes at all.
No. And I mean, now I've only stitched with it for what, like a week or so, maybe. But so far, man, I absolutely love them. I love the point that it has. It's just enough. I like the width of the eye, to be able to get the thread in easy. So I really like them.
I would like to get them in petites. That's my only observation. Yes. Now, it did take me a little while because I'll often thread my needle by putting my thread over my finger and sliding the eye of my needle over it, and it pulls the thread up in a loop, and you can just pull it through. Well, because that's so polished and round on both sides of the eye, I sat there thinking, why can't I get this to work? And that's when I realized there is no flat edge on their eye like there is on the other ones. Yeah. So I had to revert back to action.
Say she's got to be a licker.
Oh, that takes us back, doesn't it? So I actually use my needle threader sometimes, but it is an elongated eye, so you can just feed it through too real nicely.
Worked great for me, I'm telling you.
If you're new to our channel, when we probably the first year we were doing videos, we had a discussion and Deb said, lick it. And then we had, several videos where people were commenting on whether they were a licker or not a licker. Oh, that was so much fun.
Yep. We still get comments today. Yes. Like, hey, fellow licker here.
Yeah. Let's see. I had a couple references. And by that, I mean, just some information to share. I was pulling something out for myself and ran across 2 books. We have a lot of new stitchers or people who are coming back to stitching.
I know. I love to hear that. That is so exciting. But every single time I hear it, I'm almost a little envious because you think, oh my goodness, if they haven't stitched in 20, 30, 40 years, that must just blow your mind. Everything that is available to us now, all the amazing designers, the fabrics, the threads. Oh my gosh.
Imagine 30 years ago, your Ada was royal blue, white, ecru, brown, green, red, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, all the over-dyed fabrics that you can get in linen, you can get in Ada. It's soft. It's not overstayed. It's,
I mean, the talent that the designers are putting out. My gosh.
The stitches they now incorporate.
I love it. I love when we get emails and comments about that. But every time I hear it, I'm like a little bit like, oh, man.
This morning, there were 4 viewers in the last 24 hours who commented who had been on some sort of a hiatus from their stitching and had our video come up on their trend and said, oh, you have pulled me back in. I'm so happy to see stitching again.
That is like the best compliment ever.
It is.
Oh, it's so exciting.
We're happy to have you.
Yes.
Let me just share it is called the Cross Stitcher's Bible, and it is very much a complete reference of all types of stitching, fabrics, threads. It's by Jane Greenough. She is the Mary Corbett, if you will, of England. She is just a talented educator. She has a guild. She teaches and stitches and designs, and all of her best thinking is in this book. She actually has a couple different styles of this Bible, like Cross Stitcher's Bible for a particular technique. So there's more than one. This is maybe the 3rd or 4th version, and it's a nice spiral binding inside the hardcover, so it lays nice and flat. I actually read it cover to cover. I didn't use it as a reference, and I was so happy I did. I learned so much doing that. So you can find this online, Amazon or any book site. So check that out. I know that I think they even had it at Barnes & Noble one time when I was in there. And the second one, first, a little salute to Judy Odell because she retired. But this was my first home finishing attempt, was this publication. The traditional flat fold, it's called, and it's an easel finish. So for those of you who are trying finishing for the first time, the nice thing about this finishing style is that when you're done displaying your work, you can just close it and put it in a drawer, slip it in a bin. It stores things, it stores very nicely. And the finishing look is limited only by the type of fabric you choose, the cording, the ribbon. It's just so easy. And it is very well illustrated, colored pictures.
Yeah, they're very easy.
And this is still available.
Good.
So the flat fold, and I am quite sure a lot of shops still have it in stock.
Okay,
So
good.
enjoy those two references if you haven't gotten a chance to build a library yet.
Yeah. That was our subscriber tribute.
It was.
Do you want to do that, or should we do some comments?
Want to mix it up?
Yeah.
Go ahead with some comments.
No, because that'll confuse me.
You start with comments, and then we'll bump on to subscribers.
Just a couple. And we are trying our best. I'm so sorry to keep up with the questions and comments and answering emails and oh my gosh, so many messages and Instagram and hoy.
Yes.
We need a secretary. But so we're
There's
trying.
an idea.
Ooh, yeah. Liz.
Yes.
Kathy said you will have to get a piece of canvas troubles fabric for the piece you're stitching. So
yes.
We had no idea what you're talking about, Kathy. We had to look that up.
But we did figure it out.
So, this is what she was talking about. Sorry, I have to get back to your text because you sent me a picture of it. So this is the fabric.
It's a variety of a set of fat quarters there.
Yeah,
but it's
pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the hint because I have a hard time. I'll choose fabric that's got graphics that are way too big. She knows. She sees my wall where I have these little sections of what I chose, and then I have the sections that Deb said, here, let's put this with your fabric. So that's a great help. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. And then Barbara, she says hello, and she wanted to know, when your pattern is a color print, how do you make a working copy? I just print it in color. I just go up to the Up store and print it in color.
They do often have a symbol inside the colored squares on those patterns. So if they do it that way, even a black and white copy will give you what you need to look at the key. So.
Yeah, but if she wanted to keep it color, then and Angie wanted to know what video number it was where I showed my hallway tour of a lot of my stitching. Angie, that is video number 86 and a half.
We did that because we were separated. So we didn't consider it a complete video until each of us had recorded our portion during COVID.
That's right. Yeah. So it's actually titled Hakuna Matata, video 86. All right. So check that out.
I had an inquiry regarding, on our last video was a Floss Friends, and I was wearing my glasses and started out by saying, people will want to know what these are. They always ask, and they're the Magni Clips that clip over my distance prescriptions with the bifocals. And someone asked me where they can be found. Video 30, they were featured in Gadget Corner. So if you go to video 30, you can go to the Gadget Corner section, hear all about them, and then the description box has the links to various places that you can locate them. A lot of stitching shops carry them now too.
Yeah. This one was cute, I thought. Tanya, she wants to know if we're from Southern Pennsylvania, and she has a question mark. She said our accents and lilts are similar. I didn't know we had an accent. I thought that was so cute.
You didn't realize that we have a Pennsylvania accent?
No.
Oh, my.
I always wanted an accent.
You have one, no doubt. When you travel around the country and you go to places that are very different, it's very obvious that we have an accent compared to where we're going. But then if you go to the Midwest, it has its own accent. And I grew up in the Midwest, so people often joke that I have a Midwestern Pennsylvania accent.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I just thought that was hilarious. I thought that was really cute. But she said that it's the way we speak is similar to her grandmother, and her grandmother's from Lebanon. So that wasn't that far from
Makes
here.
sense.
So
Yeah, it's just a hop up the road.
yeah, but that was cute. I'm like, oh, I can't hear it, but okay. So also the hoop that Liz showed in our last video together, our floss friends, that is a Harwick.
It is. You get to
And
see it
then
again today.
Yes. And then the next question we always get is, well, what size should you get? What shape should you get? One of each.
We're still working on our collection.
Well, I think I might have one of almost every size they have. You can double check, but I'm pretty sure. I have bought a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I have a lot. I love them.
Do you have the whole range of the round ones?
Not well, almost.
Okay, because I noticed the other day in our shop, you were looking for some extra large ones, weren't you, last time you asked me to look?
No, I have one that's actually thicker.
Yes.
Remember that one?
Yes.
And that's really cool. I only have one of those.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Okay.
But I have like the soft square like you have, the oval, couple different circles. So I might not have them all, but oof. When we get asked, like, if you say, what size should I get? Honestly, it depends on what you're stitching.
Right.
So I can't answer that question, but
Some
you can't
people-
go wrong with any of them. They're
No.
awesome.
And some people, they use just one size because they move it around on their fabric.
Yeah.
And that's what's comfortable for them. But I find if I'm doing a small, I definitely want a smaller hoop for it, or it won't fit in the larger hoops I use for my samplers. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I have a variety too.
Yeah.
There's something about that shape of the TV, the old style
Yes.
screens. That one, I'm really drawn to that one too.
Eileen wanted to know, what white am I using on my little house pieces? Liz, what white do I use? Oh, she
Grits.
forgot. You got it.
I did.
You got it. Yes, I love the floss called Grits. And I'll actually be showing you that piece later because I did some more work on it.
We still had some of that at the shop yesterday. Someone came in and needed that color, and I thought,
Did they save me one?
we didn't have it.
That's because I took it all last time.
I know, and that's what went through my mind. But we must have gotten some in because we had about a half a dozen, and I went, "Oh, we do have grits."
That's cute. And then Scotty Dog, she wanted to know, which I will show you this in a little bit also. With that piece, I have it in a Q-snap, and she didn't see any extra fabric, but it's there. I'll show it to you. I do have it folded, and it is stuck into one side of that Q-snap. And I think for right now, that is all I can find. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't grab it.
Can I get it? What
We
is it?
might have to look. It's the knee-high thing back there that I
Okay.
finished.
All right.
Joanna, Penny's daughter on FlossTube, mentioned my finish on this, and thank you so much. That's very sweet. That I FFO'd. It's a hands-on design pattern called Knee-High, and she wanted to see my finish, but also what video that was that I showed it in. Guess you really don't need to see the video if you're watching it now, because here it is. I did the flag on a separate piece of fabric and then attached that to the other piece. But everything that we talked, maybe we can find out what video that is and link
Sure,
it.
I'll
Is
put
that
it in the
okay?
description box. I already
how's
have
that?
looked it up. Remember how many people were
Um,
asking about that after we did it? So I
okay.
have that.
Because that way, I forget now, honestly, what all I did or didn't do or what I used and didn't use. So,
I know you changed a couple colors.
I did, yeah, shocker. Yeah, and also the stitching, like the stripes in the flag, they are diagonal, just like straight stitches. I did not cross stitch those. So anyway, oh yeah, lots of French knots on the corn. Oh, so all kinds of fun stuff in there.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Let me see if I can get a little closer for you.
And while you're referencing putting a video in reference link in the description box, it brought something else to mind. We're trying at the end of our videos, we do this regularly, putting in a subscribe button. For those of you who are just joining us new, you can subscribe using that. The other thing I do is I link a video that I think may be informational or tied to content in the video that you're watching. So if there's been something that you've enjoyed, particularly in this video, it may be that that link, if you check the title, may actually connect you to something else that would be along the lines of what you were enjoying in this video. So
Okay.
you can click on that at the end of the video as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right.
Glad I could help.
Yes. I meant to get that earlier and nope, completely slipped my mind. All right, let's do some giveaways.
All right, subscribers.
Woohoo! All right.
So I'm excited to share the subscribers with you today. What we do, for those of you who are just joining us, is every video we choose subscribers and share something with them of a stitchy nature. Today we have 2 subscribers. Tanya, it's either Parent or Parente. Your last name is spelled Parente, and you're going to be receiving a Heartstring Samplery Cross Stitch Nation pattern. This is a fun pattern. I have this one. We've had several people come into the shop. I've seen it finished as a drum as well.
Yes,
so
me too.
there's a lot of options with this, and
Yeah.
we hope you enjoy that. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And then this is a Blackbird design pattern. It is a drum, and it's Lady Liberty, and this is going to Paula Filipowicz.
That's a nice one. You could have that done for this summer.
Yes, very patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way the flag unfolds around the side.
Yes. So thank you
So
very
we hope
much
you
for being
enjoy that.
subscribers.
Blackbird designs are very fun.
Yes, very. Very, very. Okay. And then also, in our last video, we had a bundle that we wanted to share with you. Here you go, Lish. You can hold on to that.
Yes, this was a fun bundle.
Yes. And do you want to describe the...
Sure. This is Meredith Mark. She was a designer back in the 80s. Let's see, maybe even a little farther back than that. But these are, I'll call them a little bit whimsical. There are geese. She has a tremendous number of designs all the way, including like Native Americans, Alaska. Let's see if I can pull out some really unique ones. I like this one. This is Eskimos and the ice and polar activity up in Alaska. Here's some sled dogs. So these came from a viewer whose mother had a stash, and she shared these with us, and we pulled them all out.
Okay.
Her name was Anne.
So this was our first bundle that we're going to be sharing with you. And this bundle goes to Shannon Notestein, Notestine. So Shannon, get a hold of me. My information for my email is in our description box, and then I'll get that out to you.
And I hope you enjoy
Yes.
these. They are fun.
And then our next giveaway from last video, it was a JBW design. We absolutely love her designs, and this one is adorable because it's a little chintz sewing set, and you get the finishing. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. This goes to Jess Carey, C-A-R-E-Y. So congratulations. Again, get a hold of me and get those out to you.
And thank you to Judy for sharing those
Thank
patterns
you,
with
Judy.
us. We're looking forward to meeting you.
You'll be seeing more of her designs.
She doesn't know it, but we did actually bump into her at the Jubilee in Lancaster when we first met.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
So we're looking forward to seeing her again.
Definitely. We also have 2 bundles we'd like to give away out of this video.
Yes.
We were very blessed by Carmen Sutton. She is a designer, and she sent us some of her designs and some to share with you. And these are gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
And she's in the neck of the woods where we're headed.
Oh.
We're going to Nashville, and she's in
Franklin.
Tennessee.
So that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's right outside where we are.
That'll be exciting. So I want to show you some of these. This one is called American Wallflower. She does a lot of reproductions, which are gorgeous. And this one is called Sophia Knight, 1828. This one is called Mariah Bergen, 1812. And if you're interested in any of these, we will link her email address, and also check your local stitching shop. This one's really cool. Jane Thomas, 1822. That is a neat Adam and Eve sampler. Very different. This one is called Henrietta Franklin. Beautiful samplers.
That's an interesting last name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Franklin.
Oh, I love this one. Philadelphia Botting. Those colors are so pretty.
Can I read this? I just think this saying is just awesome.
What's that?
The one that Henrietta Franklin,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
her saying is, listen to the affectionate counsel of your parents. Treasure up their
Amen.
precepts, respect their riper judgment, and enjoy with gratitude and delight the advantages resulting from their society. Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
Probably wouldn't have thought that when I was 15, but as a mother and a post-motherhood phase, that's like, yeah, you go.
Yes, that's right. Amen. And this one is really cool. This one, it says on the back, this original sampler is housed in the personal collection of Kathy Barrick. So Kathy has that original one.
Yep.
Beautiful. And these are so cute. The parrot pin pillow, P-Y-N. Pretty. Beautiful.
I did like
beautiful
that one.
designs. I know.
This
So
one reminded me of a lot of the motifs we see in some of the old reproduction samplers.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Carmen, thank you. And we would love to share a bundle of some of Carmen's patterns with you. Again, use the word bundle, but because we have 2 bundles in this video, Carmen's patterns will be bundle number 1.
And just put bundle with the number 1 right behind it.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So bundle 1 is Carmen.
Bundle 1, yes.
And bundle 2
Yep.
comes to us from Pat at Stitches Unlimited.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, this is a fun bundle. And I think it would appeal to new and experienced stitchers because it has stitching, but it also has some really fun finishing things that you can experience and try for the first time. So it's from Val's Stuff. This one is called If You've Got It, Haunt It. And it makes a cute little ghost. And everything that you need to finish it is included.
Cool.
The buttons, the felt, the stuffing, the ribbon, all of it's there.
I love the eyes.
Yes, and it is adorable. I'm going to save that one till last. The second one is called Harbinger of Spring, and it is a snowman.
Wow, you even get the frame.
Yes, it comes with the little
Wow.
blue frame and the buttons
Cool.
for you to put it together when you're done.
Cool.
So you can't miss out there.
Wow.
Now, this is the model of the next one I'm going to show you. And I'm going to call him Tigger because my black and white cat was Tigger. Do you remember Tigger?
Yes. Yeah.
And so this is Tigger, and Tigger is going to introduce
Look at
to
the
you
tail. Oh, it's so
the
cute.
kit called I'm Not a Scaredy Cat.
Oh.
And this one's a little bit different. It has a yellow sash on it.
Cute.
And then everything, the tail, the wool, the roving, everything is in here to finish it.
That's an awesome bundle.
Isn't it cute? So you're going to get to experience all kinds of different techniques when you do these. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 seasonal ones. And of course, Tigger, he can
Wow.
go out on the shelf anytime.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll call
Yeah.
this bundle 2.
2.
And that'll be Val's stuff.
Okay.
So.
All right. Perfect. Wonderful. And to stick with our giveaways here, we also forgot to pull a name from a previous video. Keyword was creation.
Yes.
And that was for these 2 patterns. I can't pronounce it, so that's why I'm not saying anything.
I was just going to say, this is Christelle CHRYSTELLE Designs, I think is the actual
Designer.
yeah.
Okay.
So someone had emailed us asking for that information. So now
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and I think you were holding it up high enough that they
I was
could
gonna say,
actually
here's
pause it and they can take down the information and
There's the website.
search it. So
Yeah. Because Liz gave me one of these and I showed it, and it is like a winter scene.
yes,
With greens and whites, very pretty.
has the snowman on it.
Mhm,
Yeah,
and the it looks like a log cabin, but like a
In the
house.
back,
Yeah,
yeah.
very pretty. Anyway, so that keyword was creation out of that video, and that goes to Christy. It's either Jean or Jen. It's Genne is your last name. All right, so Christy, again, get a hold of me. That was that video. One more thing. We had the Ana Luisa bracelet, Aura, to give away. And we are waiting on hearing from Catherine Birkenbein for this bracelet. So I think if we don't hear from you by the next video, Catherine, we are going to go back to that video and choose another name for this so that...
yes, so we can pass it along.
Yes, beautiful. All right, so I think that was...
This time of year, and well, virtually throughout the year, we find that sometimes there are so many people creating wonderful videos.
Yeah.
And so by the time people circle through what they like to watch, it can be a little while till they get back around. So
Definitely.
we appreciate that they may not have seen it. So we want to give them enough time. But by the same token, we don't want to hang on to it forever. So
that's right. Okay. And so I got to get together with a friend the other day and stitch, and I want to show you a cute little gift that she gave me. I love it. This is from Tina, and she said it was a blackbird design pattern called Winter's Night. And she made a cute little drum and also put my name on it. I love it. It's beautiful and pretty fabric on the top. And then she used an antique button and some
stitch
antique
that for
pins.
me if it's done in blue?
Because it says Deb Eshelman.
I don't see that.
Thank you, Tina. And the only other new thing that I got, we went antiquing, and I love to collect flower frogs, and I had never seen a flower frog like this before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I loved it. And so I had to get it. It is so adorable.
It has pineapples on it.
I mean, perfect. Plus, it was like hardly anything because it was marked off that day for 30% off.
It's out of iron.
It's wrought iron. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It is awesome. But the top comes out. It's a flower frog, but it's adorable, and I can put my scissors in it.
Yes, you
and
can.
they're so sweet in here. I think it's
the ones
so
I
darn
make
cute.
for you with all the pretty little peyote fobs.
Yes. Yes. So I'm sure Liz will fill this up for me very soon.
By the way, I need another holder. Matt, by the way, when
okay.
you watch this video, because your wife is in it, her friend is in need of another peyote holder. Thank
Got
you.
it. D-U-N, done.
Done.
Okay. So that was my big, huge purchase.
Awesome. Well,
Cute.
I have some things to share too. These are, we did not get our staff Christmas function at Christmas, and then it was postponed in January because of a snowstorm we had. So
Little itty bitty. I'm just kidding.
well, honestly, it was one of those dicey things the
It
day they
was.
canceled it.
Yeah.
But then the following week when we did it, we got ice. So we left there just in time. The snow was coming down. It hadn't changed yet. But Pat gave those of us at the shop some gift bags. And these are some things from there. I wanted to just show you. She's recently been over to London to visit. And she got us a tin with 2 tea selections in it. I love the tin too. And I'm going
It's beautiful.
to put it up on my entertainment center with my other things from England. That'll be nice up there. Deb's already waiting for some tea.
You need to snag some of that. I am out of my Earl Grey, and oh my gosh, I love it.
I will share.
Thank you.
Then she had this cute sort of ornament. Now, it's applique. It's also reminiscent and referenced penny rugs. Were done with this same technique with the wool felting. So this was really pretty. I'll stick that aside and get it out for the holiday. What am I saying? I'll probably display it in the craft room.
Yeah.
Set it out more prominently during the holidays. And then she gave us this ornament
I love this.
done by Mackenzie Childs. It's called Dash Away is the name of this. Prancer's Elf. And it is a little stitching
I love
figurine
that. I need one of
with
those.
a little stitching tomato. Isn't she adorable?
Yeah.
Now,
And show them what you do with her.
Watch what I did at home to display her. She's in my curio cabinet now, in a place of prominence. It's
That's
perfect.
right. Oh my
she sits
gosh.
on my Santa
Look
chair.
at that.
Isn't that great?
That is too cute.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. I have to get a new light bulb for my curio cabinet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I burned it out.
What size do you have? I might have it.
Okay, it's one of those long. They look like the bulbs you put in a piano bench.
Mm-hmm.
And
does it have a tiny base to it?
yeah.
I might have it.
Oh, awesome! So you'll get lit up again there.
Ah,
Dash Away.
she is so cute.
Isn't she cute?
Yes.
She's gonna stay safe behind the curio cabinet door.
Love it.
And then, on Pat's trip to London, this was separate from our Christmas gathering, but because I was at home when she returned from London, she hadn't given this to me yet. It's from Liberty of London, I think is the company name. And they create and design fabric for quilting, sewing, that sort of thing. And it's all proprietary, so you can't find it anywhere else. And this is the pin cushion. These pins came from that sewing catcher that I got for Deb and I, but they matched really well, so I wanted to show you what this looked like with some pins in it. And the pear shape is because with the shop's 10th anniversary, Nan Lewis had done Threadworks Primitives sampler pear exclusive for the shop. So this is going to sit next to my pear when I finish it.
Nice.
So anyway, that was fun. Then some of my new things from the shop. Oh, no, one more thing. We had a little game at the party, and it was 10 questions about the shop. Things like, we have needles that come from England. Whose are they? What designer does trifles and notes? Different pattern questions, and then some general giveaways, things about like what our favorite things are, which you can't make a mistake on that because it's yours. But I got 8 out of 10, so did Donna, and she had a kit done, so we tied. So this is the Hands Across the Sea kit that we got. It's Rosa Sugars.
Very cute.
The palette of colors is very similar to a lot of them lately, which I really like. It's got the reds and the blues. And then I picked out a piece of cream colored fabric, and it's all DMC. So those are the colors. And then I just got this cream linen. I think it's 32 is what we counted it to. It was in the drawer, but the tag was missing. So we're not exactly sure what the color is.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
That's why the generic cream I referenced.
Yeah.
But it'll
and Miss Rosa was 4 years old.
Yes, that was what really got my attention.
Yeah.
I was explaining that to the girls at home. I said, girls, 4 years old. And then I was explaining to them how significant that is back in the day, because if you could demonstrate your skills, it made you much more valuable as a spouse and a homemaker.
Well, right. Back then, yeah. So that was part of your dowry or part of your,
Yes. So,
yeah, 4 years old.
Good old Rosa. Isn't that the cutest? I wonder if she actually looked like that. It's adorable, adorable picture. And then Pat had some patterns as well. This one was a Stitching Notes by Shepherd's Bush. I just like it because I think it would be really cute in the craft room. So it's just several different motifs to do with stitching. That'll be fun.
I like this one.
You might recall I bought Spot by Kathy Barrick. It's a red or not Spot. Sorry, I bought Edward.
Yes.
I just got Spot. That's the one you're going to see. Edward was the red guy. And this is Spot. And I will say,
See Spot run.
yes, I think we're going to see.
Book?
Yes, we're going to see Spot run before we see Edward, I think, because when I saw this one, I just was captivated by it. I love the colors on this.
I do too. And even just as a small.
Yes.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes. just the horsey.
Yeah.
The horsey.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be the one that I start with. But even the little lady, they took the lady and made her into a scissor fob.
Very cute.
Yep. So Kathy, well done. I like that. Then this is a flashback.
This is cute.
This, I happened to see some of the old cards that Prairie Schooler would release patterns on, and there were 2 fairies. And then Pat said, oh, wait a minute. So she found this pattern in our stock in the store, and it is a prairie. It's Prairie Fairies. I was going to get that out. And you can see here that this little person is holding a hoop and then a needle and thread. And then I really like the color palette of the little friend across from her. But they're all writing things. One's on a snail. The bunny, I think, is adorable for springtime. There's a toad. The crow has a woman with sunflowers. And then would you call that a bluebird? Okay. The bluebird is the one with the stitching. And they're just adorable. Oh, and when they're stitched on 18 count Davos, they're like 2 and a fraction of an inch by like 4. Well, so they're very small.
Yeah, they would make great like springtime ornaments.
Yes.
Very cute.
In fact, I think Pat wants to have them stitched and put them on one of our trees for display.
There you go.
And so this just recently came out from Hoffman as a reprint. So there they are.
Okay.
Prairie Fairies.
Nice.
Yes. Fun.
Very cool. Lots of goodies.
And not to stop there. When you can't stitch, you shop, right? Isn't that what you do? No stitchy shoppy. So my shoppy was, wait a minute, I'm just going to hit the ground with that. I forgot to show you this one.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, this is a needle minder I got a while ago. It says, Alexa, bake dinner. I'm stitching. Did you think I was...
From Spotify.
Alexa, off. So, anyway, leaving out her name, I forgot you had her down here. So why isn't she making dinner? And then this one. Will you get back to the video before it's over? That happened the other day. We were upstairs in the kitchen and neither of us said anything that should have set her off. Remember?
No.
It's like she just wants to join in whenever we're together.
Lord.
That one I actually did bring about, though. This one says, I just want to stitch and watch Floss Tube. I thought that was precious.
Oh, that is cute.
I love these sayings that are coming out by this KDS, Kirkland Design Studio.
Cute. Now, where did you find these?
These are at the shop.
Okay.
So if you want to see them at the shop, if you go back to the second room, we now have a finishing counter area with lots of finishing things. And then the table. And then there's a rack. And we have some of these around that rack. And then right at the counter where you check out. Okay. So there's lots of them at the shop.
And just because everyone's going to say, what shop?
Yeah. It's not our shop.
Yeah.
We like it. And we go there often. But it's Stitches Unlimited. And Pat Young is the proprietor. So
that's why Liz gets to see all the goodies.
I do, and I did pick up a couple.
Because she works there at least one day a week. So.
Yes, I help out as often as I can. We had gotten the Jenny Bean pattern.
I should just come and squat.
Yes, you should. Bring your stitching.
Come and be a squatter.
Sit down at the table. Keep us company. This is This is something that got my attention because Deb's going to show you what she's been working on. She's on phase 3 of her construction project. And this was for the Parlor Part 7 Town by Jenny Bean. And it's a Shakespeare's Peddler pattern. But doesn't that remind you of some of her layouts that Deb does with her towns with Little House Needlework patterns? So I just thought that was great. And I do think I'd like to have this for my stash. But right now, we're showing it to you as a pattern from the shop.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then also by Teresa Vanette is a book called Red Letter Day. And it is a very nicely printed, extremely well documented book that someday might be in my library. And it is filled with the background information on the samplers that she has in here, and then many of the models that she's showing in here are done by her.
She put a lot of research into that.
She did. I'm just going to show you. This is Emma Loper, 1849. Now, this model was stitched by someone other than Teresa, but I just want to show you the type of documentation. I mean, that is background information about that piece. So it is a really nice publication. So
again, add it to your library.
Yes, it is available in shops now.
Yeah.
We all know Hands Across the Sea. And these two patterns have gotten my attention recently. This one is Harriet Goddard, 1817. And in quotes, it says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." The motifs on this and the colors, we have this finished at the shop, and it's done in that pretty, I want to say that sort of burl looking frame like you like.
Okay.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And that's the pattern. It's just pretty.
You know, there's not a lot of colors in there.
No. What is that, about 8? 3, 6, 9. 9
wow.
colors. Yep.
I love the deer at the bottom.
Now this one, it says it was stitched on 28 count linen. And then it says, or 56 threads. Yeah, so I can imagine it will be very small done on 56.
Yeah.
And then this was here very recently. It's Sophia Doggett, 1804. And I really believe what attracted me to this was the way it's spaced. I like the presentation of these Quaker motifs and what was chosen for the center of them. Isn't that pretty? Now, I'm not sure if I stitched it, if I would do it necessarily in reds and greens. I might change it up. I might do it in something variegated and do all of it in the same thread. But it's just beautiful. I like the use of open space. I think that's what I was trying to say when I first picked it up. The open space just really draws your attention to it.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very pretty. I like that one a lot.
Deb's busy calculating over here.
Yeah, because you made a great point. I wanted to see if you did stitch it on 56 count linen.
How big would it be?
Yeah. Now, this is, if it's stitched over 2 on 56, it would be 8 inches wide. That's with a 2-inch border. And 14 inches long.
Okay.
So it's only 4 inches wide stitching.
Yeah.
And 10 inches long.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That is cool.
Mini, mini, mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, they reference the 56 count on here, would be 10.5 by 9 3/4. So 10.5 by 9 3/4. So that becomes very small when it's stitched on 56. You know what's coming out soon?
What?
My chocolate bunnies.
Oh, good.
On my 56 count.
Good.
This is the time. We had someone bring in a finished spring piece yesterday.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, it's one of those pieces, I can't remember who designed it, but it's talking about winter ending and spring due to come. And so it starts out with sort of a winter theme and ends with a spring corner where there's a bunny, I think, down in the bottom right. So I was looking at it thinking, that's, and the border, oh, I loved it. It's not a full border. The border like goes down 2 sides. I thought, oh, that's my kind of border. Not the whole thing. We
don't have to connect.
Yep. We can be off. We can be sideways. We can be anything but correct. Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
So anyway.
Cool.
So that was what I had some fun discovering at the shop.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lots of goodies.
What have you been stitching?
All right. Well, I did some work on the Prairie Schooler ABCs. I am on letter E, E for embroidery. Liz and I have shown you, we have made working copies of the entire
set.
Yes, the entire set. And we had it bound, spiral bound. So that's nice and easy to look at while we're busy stitching. This is on even weave, 32 count, and it is stitched over 1.
Oh, Deb, that's awesome.
Thanks. So I just have to finish the tapestry in the middle, and then E will be finished.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
This is what I have so far. I just have to finish the tapestry in the middle, and then I'll move on to F.
I have mine sitting in my bag, waiting for me to figure out what I'm going to put it on to stitch. Like, I'm not sure whether to get my big Q snaps out and set it up or move my wooden hoop around. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. All right.
Lovely.
Thank you. And then I worked on my phase 3 of the Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series.
This is why Matt watches Deb's videos, because he takes his cues for construction from Deb's phase development.
So I'm working on the filling station.
I love what you did with the snow down there.
Oh, thanks.
I like that. I really like that.
Thank you. The post office is finished.
What color did you use, Deb?
You're funny. Working on the filling station, post office is finished, and when I do stitch my snow in grits, I do it in just a half stitch. Oopsie. And I think it looks really cool that way. So all the snow on the bottom is always going to be a half stitch. I do add a lot of back stitching to these that is not called for, because you know how much I love back stitching. So I have a lot more back stitching to do, but I am working on the filling station. There's a car that goes in here. There's also a little dog that they have. I might stitch the dog. I'm not sure. If I do, he'll be stitched over one.
Will he be a black lab?
Oh, that's a good idea. I should make him like Ivan.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay. Yes. I will stitch Ivan.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
At the filling station. That would be better than Hank.
Kitten gas.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect because he went for a car ride.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. All right. So I worked on that, and then I worked on my, help me out. I don't know what to call this. Because
I would call it a tapestry.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the one that I keep on my floor stand.
Do you like tapestry or montage?
Oh, montage.
Montage
that's
is nice,
good.
isn't
I
it?
like it. Yes. All right. So, yes, that's perfect. Oops, it's upside down.
Yes, I was going to point that out.
I'm looking at it going, something's wrong with it. All right.
I know I stitched that on the other side.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Liz. Coming in. It's big.
That's all right.
She's a big one. So
She meant her stitching, not me.
That's right. I finished the wreath in the middle, which was the Mary Beale wreath. Liz and I fell in love with this a long time ago, and this was so much fun to stitch. We were blessed by we hand-dyed fiber silks that
Vicki Clayton.
So she blessed us with all of the silks for this project, and I'm just continuing on using the silks in the rest of, like Liz said, the montage of the sampler that I build around this wreath. So real quick, I'm going to go over some questions that I get on Instagram about this.
No, you can't have it.
Yeah. This will be a giveaway. Just kidding. The E in the middle, that came from a class that I took. Liz, once again, could you help me out with the designer there? It was
Eileen Bennett.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See how good she is? Oh my gosh. She's the brain that I need.
I'm Deb's family stitching historian.
Anyway, that came from a monogram class. But I will show you then some other books that I use to grab some different fonts of alphabets out of in just a moment. I did change stitching on the bottom here. I added some backstitch grass. I changed my little ducks. They are stitched over one. There was one giganto duck in the pattern that was in the grass, and I decided not to do that. I did a different stitch down here in the mound of dirt. I did not add the little bushes, I guess is what they were supposed to be. So yes, I have changed the pattern. And
I'll alert the media.
Yeah, the sunshine up there, that is also because if you have watched our other videos, that was all due to a stink bug. And now I'm pretty happy that he pooped on my fabric because I love the sunshine and how that turned out.
May I quote you?
Yes, you may quote me. I do not have a pattern for that sunshine. I basically just was fixing his mistake.
His mistake.
His little faux
His
pas.
last mistake.
Yeah, it was his last mistake. All his friends should know now not to mess with my stitching.
Nobody's bothered it since.
So no, I do not have a pattern. I just kind of freehand did that. The stitch that I have around the outside, I wanted a border around the center piece of this because the center of this montage will be that wreath. I decided to go for an octagon. And the stitch that I chose is called a 4-sided stitch. I wanted something that wasn't too frilly, too large, but just kind of gave it that little bit of something to stand out. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. So this is what I've worked on lately. I decided to roll it down a little bit to show you that I finished the Lord's Prayer. Liz, you didn't see this up close. I have to show you then. I will show you the pattern, and then I'll show you... I have changed quite a bit. Obviously, the prayer is the same. The words are the same. But I chose a lot of different fonts to stitch in there. And I added some things from the pattern, but moved them around. So now I'm finished with that. And I decided to move on to these 2 little stitches here, which are part of a fat quarter shop pattern. So, Liz, if you don't mind holding this up at some point in a second, because I'm going to... get some patterns here. Okay, in this bag, which is a fat quarter shop bag, you can, I think, still get these on their website.
Yep, we have them.
I have, oh, okay. You can actually put that down for just a second. But I have a lot of ideas in here because no, I don't know how it's going to lay out until I get there. I really, truly I'm focused on what I'm working on, and then I go from there. And whatever I want to stitch, or as Liz says, whatever makes my sneakers squeak, that's what I do. It's going to all be a montage of things that, you know, like maybe some words or scripture or phrases or sayings that are important to me. Or like up here, I have a heart that has McKenna and Connor's initials in it and the year they got married. I'll have something to do with Logan and Matt and us as a family. Hank will be on here. A log cabin. Liz gave me that idea to definitely stitch a log cabin and also maybe put my road name on a sign. Just all kinds of personalization, I guess, on here. All right, so in here, I'm going to go through some of my ideas that I have for this. Now, right now, I told you I'm working on these 2 little baskets here in the quilt shapes, and that is coming from the Flea Market Baskets pattern. This is a fat quarter shop pattern. It's actually a stitch along right now, so you can get on their website and grab this beautiful pattern if you want to stitch the whole thing. I'm just going to pull a couple pieces out of it for right now for this pattern. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Hope I didn't.
All right. Then I want to show Liz this first. Okay, so this is the pattern that I grabbed the Lord's Prayer from, and it is a old Stony Creek leaflet. Okay, so let me put this next to what I did. And if Liz holds that up, that is the pattern. And as you can tell, I changed quite a bit of it. You know, I didn't go with the filigree look the whole way around. All I did was add it to the bottom. I changed the font. I changed the placement of words. They have a row of sheep. I put 1 in. They have 2 lions. Yeah, I stuck, those are over here, over 1. So I did change it, but yet I brought everything from this pattern over here. And again, I was just using Vicki Clayton's colors from the hand-dyed silk. We absolutely love that silk. We have been a fan of it since we found it.
2010.
Yes. And since I am finished with this pattern, if anyone is interested in this, I would love to pass this along to you. So if someone is interested, maybe use the word prayer in your comment, and I would love to pass that along to you next time. Okay, now you can probably put that down, Liz. I'm sorry. All right. I just want to show you then some other things that I use for that. Now, I had mentioned different fonts. Liz and I have showed this book before. It is a Better Homes and Gardens cross-stitch big book of alphabets and borders. So I have gotten some alphabets out of this book. Then we love the Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book.
Yep.
Liz was able to get this for me from Stitches Unlimited. And does she still have this?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And we can still order more.
Okay. This has a lot of alphabets, but of course it also has tons and tons of different motifs that I can use in my montage.
And it has legends for the colors too. So it's really packed with guidance.
Right. I don't pay attention to that, but that's only because I already have my color palette figured out.
Right. What I like about it is some motif books just give you a black and white chart, and you really don't get to visualize what it might look like in reality. So for people who maybe aren't as adept at color changes or choices, I think it's really helpful.
That's great. Yeah. So this was another idea. I love this pattern. It's by Heartstring Samplery. It's called Prairie Life Sampler. But I'm not going to stitch the whole sampler. I fell in love with the trees and the log cabin at the top. So I think I'm going to use that on my montage. Then I love this. This is Sampler of Psalms, and this was from a magazine.
Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was Philip Hoffman's multi-part sampler.
Yeah.
It spanned what, like 4 different quarters or something?
Mm-hmm. So again, I'm not going to stitch the entire thing, but I'm probably going to pull out of it. Then I love this one. This is a Stacy Nash Primitives pattern. I love this log cabin too, but the chickens are really speaking to me here. So since we have chickens, I think I'll probably throw some of those on also. And this one is a Plum Street sampler. It's called Milk and Cream. I just love that they put Quaker motifs. I'm so
her finger is not picking that up.
For me. Lisa, Quaker motifs in the cow.
Before we started, I couldn't remember anything, so I'm doing really well now.
You gave me your problem. I just think that's adorable that they stuck that. Yes, that's right. And this one, I love the basket on here with
I don't think I've ever seen
house.
A basket filled with a house before.
Yeah, that's so cute. So this is called A Basket Full of Summertime, and this is a Brenda Gervais pattern. So I think I'll probably stick something on my sampler also that has the American flag, and that's adorable. We live in Amish country here. So this one's really cute. It's called Farmer's Market, and it has a barn there with the auction. You know how much I love to go to the Amish auctions. They're coming up soon. All the mud sales are starting. I'm so excited. So I might pull from this and put a few things on our sampler. And this is called, what's this from? Told in a Garden. So that's cute. This one's adorable. The Adam names the animals, the Plum Street sampler. I might pick and choose a little bit of this. You know what I didn't notice when I looked at this? Look how the giraffe is kind of behind the leaves. I did not see that until I looked at it the other day.
His little head and his little backside.
Yeah, it's so cute. So that one's pretty cool.
It's a good thing. I mean, that's a big giraffe.
It is a big giraffe.
Got a lot of stitching.
But it was really cute. I like that. This was a gift from a subscriber, and I think it's adorable because it kind of just looks like our area here in the countryside. This is called Country Morning, Whispered by the Wind.
Whispered by the Wind is the designer.
Okay.
Yep, remember? Well, you may not. I have a Christmas tree. I think I may have passed it along now, but it was done by them, and I picked it up at the retreat, the second Jubilee you and I went to, and it had a Christmas tree done with specialty stitches, and it was all done in metallics. It was very pretty.
Oh, this is the same designer, Whispered by the Wind, and this is called Country Kitchen. And I love these ovens, these stoves. I think those antique stoves are beautiful, and I'm on the lookout for one. So I think I'll probably stitch that in there as well, because I love antiques. Now, in my piece, I've already used... What?
I had that out last night. Yeah.
This is called A Quaker Welcome. It's by Lila Studio. And I have already used a little bit of this in my piece. I did one of the Quaker motifs. And I want to use the pineapple because I like the pineapple. And I also stitched this little symbol here. So I also might stitch one or both of those houses because that's adorable.
Adorable.
Adorable. And then I just have a couple patterns in here. I can't really show you because it's just the pattern, but they were freebies. And don't forget to always check on everyone's website for freebies because there's a lot out there.
And your stores often have a section where they put copies of the ones they have too.
Nice. So anyway, that just kind of gives you an idea of, I've gotten so many questions like, do I have the whole thing laid out? Do I know where things are going to, I have nothing figured out other than ideas.
I know nothing,
that's it. But
nothing.
That's the fun. That's why I'm attracted to it. That's what's so fun about it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a work in progress.
And it will be for a long time.
And the best part of that?
And I'm leaving it to you in my will.
You
have to finish it if something happens to me, girlfriend.
Nobody has, and well then, I mean, if you're going to leave it to me to finish, then you have to leave it to me when you're finished too. I mean, that's not fair.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
you got it.
Deal.
Done.
But the thing about that is nobody can say to you, well, you ought to have that done in about 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's coming, so you can make it last. Oh, no, I'll have it done when I have it done.
That's right.
Still in
God.
creation.
So that's my stitching.
All right.
That's that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. So
my.
I have not had a lot of actual stitch time. However, I did get asked through the shop. I am now referred to as the bead lady. And I have stitched the peyote models we have there. And of course, people see my stitching of peyote here. So this is a pattern that I had not stitched and I hadn't seen. It's, I don't know if you would associate it with a particular season like Halloween or if it has other significance, but it's called Death Rose. And this is the one that I'm making for a customer. And I started it, and I'll just show you where I got to on that. I'm actually just about done with the body of it.
That's really quick then.
Not too much, yeah,
My
not too
goodness.
much left on that. I'm
I'll
right
do that in your
at
sleep.
I am right at that level right there. So
Wow.
it'll be finished pretty quickly. And then these are interesting. I had seen, do you know the story in scripture about the dry bones?
Yeah.
So this one,
And the song.
yeah, and the one woman that I knew from church had put together these little tiny skeletons using this as the top bone.
Really?
And she was using them when she was telling the story.
Oh.
It's Ezekiel, right?
Aw.
So anyway, it was really funny. And so I just wanted to show you, these are it's really fun with Fern Ridge Collection to look at what they source for their different fobs and their different pieces. And I may actually get a chance to take a class with them. I'm not sure. I've sent an email and asked them if I can get into the class at Nashville. They're doing a little like felt ball with some peyote around the middle. I forget what they call it. But I hope I can do that. And this is the one thing I've worked on. And the other thing I worked on you saw on Floss Friends. I did receive this.
Oh, yeah, you didn't show your bag.
Yeah, I did not. It's called a Hug Me bag.
Oh, that's so cute.
And this was given to us by Pat for the holidays. And I've got my gadgets loaded on the one side. And then the other side, I have my project in. And this is that, oh gosh, I did not bring the pattern along. But it's the fractor pattern. It's a little pillow. If you want to see it when it's in its entirety, it's literally no bigger than that when it's done, and only the top portion of it is stitched. And I've got the flower going there. But the funny part of this is...
Wait, does this stay this way? Or does it go this way?
That way, right
Okay.
there. So this flower comes off the right, and then it says fractor and has a date. Is it Pennsylvania Fractor, I think, is the pillow title.
Yeah, Pennsylvania Fractor.
So it the only page I have of the pattern is my actual pattern, so I can't hold that up. But it has 1853. Then across from this little motif is a little wavy line, and then fractor at the bottom. Okay, so I made the comment about how clever that they used the initials from the color palette on the colored pattern so that you didn't have to use the key. So for gold, they used a G. For ginger snap, they used an S. And then weathered barn is a W, and pollywog is a P. So I'm stitching along quite happily. And I get to the center and I stitched that. It had a G.
Oh,
and
no.
I used ginger snap. And it was supposed to be gold. So much for that. I mean, even
That's
so,
funny.
mine is going to be a little different. I actually sat there going, am I going to rip that out? Or am I going to just change those two colors?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to change those two colors and I'm
Yep.
going to call it a done.
Yep.
D-U-N, as you
That's
say.
right.
So anyway, I just could not stop. I thought, oh, this is a Deb moment.
That's so funny.
I'll show her. She won't
Oh,
believe I did that.
gosh.
So anyway, that was all the stitching I got the other night after
Oh.
I'd gotten home from being at your house, and then I picked it up again that evening. Rick and I were watching a movie, and that's what I get for watching a movie
Yeah.
while I'm doing it. So there we go. I thought that was funny.
Oh gosh.
So I did want to say one thing before we go to Gadget Corner.
Mhm.
We have another surprise coming up with our Pitoki minis. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but hopefully within this and the next video, we may be able to surprise you. And we also do have another product. Just so you know, we've placed some orders with them. As everybody knows, it takes a while. These are handcrafted items, very high end. And our orders went in over a year ago. And we've been hearing that we might be receiving the balance of our order soon. And we're very excited about that. And you'll know why when the time comes. But I just want to put that little teaser out there because Deb and I are excited about it. So on to Gadget Corner. Now, this may not look like a gadget, but it is a gadget. It's a measuring device. It's also a surface you can work on, and it's a self-healing cutting mat. If you do not have one of these, I recommend them. And you can get these in different colors. You can get them in different sizes. I like the fact that this one has some angled lines that you can use to cut chipboard and make sure you've got things square. I like the grid. Most of them have a grid on them.
Yeah, they do.
But guess where I got this?
You're not going to say the dollar store, right?
I am going to say the Dollar Tree.
No.
I am.
Dollar Tree?
Dollar Tree.
Really?
Guess what it cost?
Wait, it could be $125 now because
It is. It's a buck and a quarter.
Did I win it?
I walked in and I had 3 items on the counter. Right when I saw this, I knew we had to share this opportunity. But I had 3 items on the counter, and she rang it up, and I said, "I think you miscounted the items." And she said, "It's $1.25." I said, "It's a buck and a quarter." And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Are you changing your sign?"
Yeah, it's the $1.25 store now.
She got defensive with me. She said, "No." And I thought, well, it's
Well,
not
that's false
the Dollar
advertising.
Tree anymore. Do you know what she said? She said, we did change all our signs inside and all of our prices. And I thought, oh, don't take me so
gosh.
seriously.
That is so funny.
So it's now the buck and a quarter store.
Yeah.
And that's where I got it. So anyway,
cool.
these are really nice to have. And I do have
Yeah.
another version of
And
this.
what a cool travel size.
Yes, it is. And you can slip it in your project bag. And the thing about these is really to be able to use, I have a rotary cutter and I really do like it, but I'll also use it for other things. And I think everybody who wants to do any finishing work, this is a really nice tool to have.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Very cool.
Gadget Corner at a buck and a quarter. Can't go wrong.
Inflation.
Yes.
Oy.
So,
All right.
we have just about exhausted our discussion today.
I think so.
So we want to remind you, go out to Ana Luisa, treat yourself
Yes.
over Valentine's Day, and the link will be in our description box.
And don't forget all the keywords for the
Yes.
giveaways.
Yes. And as always, share
Share
the joy of needlework.
See.
And when we're done, if you have some extra time, there's a lot of other floss tube out there to check out.
See ya.
Bye-bye.